I told you not to run off when I said not to run off. Please. Just please, we can talk about this. Look. Look. I don't want to hear that. Come back here. No, man, get away from me. You crazy. You crazy, man. Back in that basement. Yeah. Let me out of here, you sicko. I don't want to be here no more, bro. We was having so much great fun, though, bro. You not me, you crazy. Hey, guys. What a great day today is. Saturday's Fright. That week went probably pretty fast. Y'all didn't see nothing. Alright. Look. As I was saying, that week went by pretty fast. Saturday's Frights, you guys all know. What I was just doing was I was taking care of something. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. But I'll take this upstairs. Okay? See you guys later. Just gotta take care of something, I was saying. So those who don't know what Saturday's Fright is, it means every Saturday we come together as our little clan on YouTube and a little tiny clan right next to just YouTube. And in general, we are, what the freak was I talking about for 2 seconds? But what I'm trying to say is, if you guys don't know what Saturday's Fright is, every Saturday we come together as our little clan on YouTube, the Fox Clan, and we sit together and grab snacks, grab water bottles, maybe a couple juices, you know, you go ahead, grab soda, pizza, whatever pleases you during these videos. And we sit back, relax, kick it, and we just watch scary videos. I said that all in one sentence. I couldn't breathe. We're just gonna get into these videos, bro. Because some of y'all really, if y'all do not know what Saturday's Fright is, and y'all been watching this channel since we started Saturday's Fright, I don't know if I gotta pay you. I don't know what I gotta do. But if you guys don't know what it is, I just said it. Rewind the video if you didn't catch every last bit of what I just said. Alright? Because if you did not catch every last bit of what I just said, clearly you're deaf, boy. Like, what? Guys, today we are looking at a compilation of Snarled, and this is only 13 minutes. So after this, we might watch like 2 extras. Like, I want this to be the 40, maybe the 30, freaking 25 minutes. You know, maybe just like a good 40 or 30. It's got to be one of the two, because we can't just be sitting here watching freaking 10-minute videos and then that's it. Like, nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. These gotta be longer. Like, I want y'all to be immersed. Let's go. Let's get it.
Hey, Oddings. It's your Auntie Sapphire. I have a very special offer for you from Care Of. So stick around after the first story if you want to hear how you can get 50% off your first order.
So we gonna skip all of
I'm
that.
Sapphire. Want to hear something scary?
Hey. I got my water bottle. Get your snacks. Man in white. Let's get it.
When Tanya sent this story to me, the power went out in her house. But that didn't surprise her. Whenever she tells people of this experience, strange things tend to happen. Hopefully nothing will while I share her story. 2 years ago, Lee, Tanya's now husband and then boyfriend, was a frequent house sitter for a very nice
boyfriend.
What? Slightly off family.
Is that what she said?
They owned their own business and were out of town frequently for work. Their house was very minimalistic, aside from a few rather outlandish decorations, like a giant red ram statue and a set of antlers wrapped in rope. Before leaving the house to leave,
what type of weird stuff is Jay into?
To never go in their son's room. One day when he was house sitting, he found a peculiar mask on the countertop. It was a white goat skeleton head with sharp teeth.
Oh no, what is this devil, bro?
On his head. It made him feel uneasy, so he told Tanya about it that night. But she told him it was probably just a Halloween costume, since it was October.
Nah,
Another time
I don't like
when he was
that.
house sitting, Tanya and their corgi joined him. Lee went to the gym, leaving Tanya and the dog to play in the house on their own.
Look, if my kid gonna dress up for Halloween, it's gonna be like Batman or somebody. Because there ain't gonna be none of that weird stuff.
Stunned. She threw the ball again, and it stopped in the same spot.
What?
Her dog began growling and wouldn't stop until Lee came
It
back.
stopped in midair?
A few nights later, while Tanya was sleeping alone in her apartment, she suddenly found herself inside that house. There was a man in a white suit, casually leaning against the wall. He was incredibly handsome.
Bro, he looked
frightening
crazy.
at the same time. A dark aura surrounding his charming and intoxicating smile.
No.
Tanya had never seen this man before, but knew exactly who he was. But how? How was she seeing something that she didn't even believe in?
I've been waiting for you. You're going to join me, aren't you?
No.
No, never.
No.
He cocked his
No,
head back with
cuz.
laughter, and
You
suddenly
tweaking,
they were
boy.
in her parents'
Look, go
bedroom.
back to the pits of where you
Tanya
came
started
from.
screaming.
You got a
Trying
king to rule
anything
down
to
here.
her
Get away
parents'
from me.
attention.
Like, dude.
They can't help you.
What?
No one can.
So can she levitating over her parents? What? Bro, oh, you're gonna give me an ad. Okay.
Like Amityville Horror on Christmas.
We gonna sit here and watch this 8 seconds ad.
American Horror Stories, now streaming exclusively FX on Hulu.
What was that? Y'all saw
Now
that?
they were in front of her sleeping boyfriend. Tanya tried in vain again to get him to wake up, but he couldn't hear her. Then her cat slinked toward the
This
man.
gotta be some
hissing
outer
bare
body
with his
experience,
teeth.
bruh.
It was protecting her. Tanya woke up. She was back in her bedroom, gasping for air. She immediately called Lee to come over. Together, they drove to her parents' house because Tanya did not want to stay in her apartment. When her parents answered the door, Tanya's eyes widened. They were wearing the exact same clothes that they were wearing in her dream.
Yo.
She told them about what had just happened, and her parents exchanged a worried look. It was only a matter of time, her mom said.
What?
Everyone in our family at some point has had the same dream. It's the devil testing our faith,
Oh, heck
and he
no.
is now after you.
Oh, heck
You're
no,
the
boy.
only agnostic in our family, and the only
Oh,
non-Christian
heck no,
to
boy.
ask.
See, if you think I'm about any of that, boy.
Tanya, don't
Ah,
let
nah,
him in.
boy.
The next day, they called a priest who blessed
cuz.
her apartment.
Oh, you
While
gotta see,
Tanya
what
hasn't
you
had
do
another
is...
visit from the man in the white suit since, she still feels like something evil is still following her. Her blanket would be yanked off of her while she slept at night,
What?
and her healthy corgi and cat had both died shortly after,
Dang.
of unknown causes. Tanya used to think her family was just trying to scare her with their stories about demons. And while this experience hasn't convinced her to be baptized, it definitely changed her. Like I said at the beginning of the news.
Whatever happens to her, she deserves it. Bro, are you actually serious? You telling me not after these experiences you didn't go get baptized or anything? No holy water, no Bible, nothing? Like what? I read the Bible like last night. We were tripping, bro. She's tripping right now. I want to keep the devil out my house. I ain't trying to let this nigga in. What the heck is you doing, girl? Literally. You tweaking. You was tweaking right now. Like this girl, she must be tripping. Because this is no way you're not gonna get baptized. Or no Bible, no nothing, no prayer. Like what? Dude. I be wondering if people really be trying to die sometimes. Because I don't understand it, dude. None of that made any sense to not get baptized. Alright, this next story is called Princess by Snow.
When Orchid was 6 years old, her dad went on vacation to Minnesota to visit some relatives. When he returned, he brought back many gifts, among other things. Her family had a small chicken farm where they raised the birds for meals. Orchid was used to seeing her parents bring a chicken inside when it was time to eat. But the day her dad came back from his trip, there was a strange black bird on his arm. All of their chickens were white, so Orchid
It's not
was
a bird,
puzzled.
that's a...
This bird looked like a crow.
Yeah.
It was all black, including its beak, except its eyes were red. Her dad and the bird disappeared.
Wait, that's a
into the
bird?
kitchen.
That's not a crow?
Mommy, what's that bird Daddy was carrying?
What are you talking about?
Daddy was holding a black bird.
Her mom went into the kitchen to see what she was talking about, but all she saw was her dad. There was no black bird in sight.
Yo.
That night, Orchid
Yo,
slept in
daddy
her
done brought something back, bro. But hold up. Them only make this perfect. I gotta get my cap. Where my cap at? Where the cap? Where the cap at, boy? Ugh. Sorry, guys. Had to get my cap.
Parents' bedroom. For whatever reason, she woke up in the middle of the night and sat up.
Bro.
She noticed something
Tweaking, bruh.
in front of the window.
Sometimes I be wondering if
It was
people
a
really
girl
do be trying to die in these horror
It looked like
movies,
she
bro.
was about 12 years old. She was just standing there, staring at Orchid with her hollow black eyes.
You good?
Orchid stared at her, wondering what she was going to do. But
Why she got a
there.
straight face just looking at her like?
Eventually, Orchid fell back asleep.
What?
The next morning,
Come on, man. I would have never went back to sleep after that, dude.
Who is that? Her mom asked.
This is Princess.
Her mom thought nothing of her daughter's cute drawing until she started seeing it everywhere. Pages and pages of drawings of Princess all over the house. She was even on the walls
What?
of the bedroom pillows. Orchid, you can't be drawing on everything.
The princess is my friend. I like when she's around.
Princess
Her
is
family
creepy,
was pretty
bro.
disturbed by Orchid's sudden new obsession. But weeks later, her mother realized that there had to be a connection to Princess and the Black Bird. Orchid's family was practitioners of Hmong shamanism. Whenever you go on a trip, you must ask the spirits to not come back home with you. And Orchid's father had forgotten to do so.
Bruh.
They suspected that Princess was a lost soul who attached herself to Orchid's father. They decided to perform Uaneng, a shamanic ritual to heal those battling with a spirit.
What the
Because
freak?
if Orchid continued to spend time with Princess, there was a good chance she could be dragged into the spirit world
Oh.
forever.
Oh,
In
man.
front of the altar.
Yeah. I'm Christian, alright? Everybody, y'all know that already, okay? I don't do none of that ritual, mass bull, whatever. But, you know, like, if you gotta get rid of it some way, none of that is not even my business. Look, I don't care what country gets rid of demons, ghosts, ghouls, whatever. I don't care how you do it. None of that is my business anyways. Why? I shouldn't even be judging. Like, dude, as long as it ain't bothering me, we could. Oh, we could? Huh? What?
Made the journey into the other world, he was able to interact and communicate with the spirit of Princess.
Bruh.
After the ritual, the shaman healer asked Orchid, "Where is Princess now?" Orchid said nothing and started tearing up. "What's the matter?"
I don't want to talk about Princess.
"Why not?"
She says she can't play with me anymore because she's dead.
Do this in memory of me.
I will never eat pozole again. There's a church in my neighborhood that I've been going to every Sunday for the past year or so. And after every Mass, all of the members move next door to the hall where free lunch is served. Every week, it's the same delicious pozole, a traditional red stew with pork and vegetables. And it's all prepared and provided by Lupe Espinosa, a kind young woman. Lupe had been involved in the church long before I became a member. She was the most dedicated Catholic I had ever met. She ran the youth group and food drives and volunteered all over the city. After every Mass, she would give an individual greeting to every single person and memorized everybody's name. Everybody practically worshipped her.
I mean, don't worship her,
Especially
guys.
husband,
Come on.
Eduardo. He was also involved in the community, but even he knew he wasn't as beloved as Lupe. Personally, I was always slightly creeped out by how intense they were. Lupe never broke eye contact with you when you were speaking, and Eduardo treated Lupe like she was a god. His wife seemed to be his proudest achievement. But they both did so much good in the community,
Dude.
it felt wrong to think ill of them. Even though they both
There's
seemed
some definitely
a
off,
little
but, you know.
One thing was for sure. Their pozole was divine.
Divine.
One Sunday, I woke up late and forgot to eat breakfast before heading to Mass. My stomach was gurgling through the whole service, and it only got worse during the transubstantiation, which is when the priest turns the bread and wine into the body and blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
Take this, all of you, and drink from it. This is my blood.
In Catholicism, we believe that an actual transformation happens in that moment, that is actually Jesus' body and blood that we are about to consume. We believe that it brings us closer to God.
Yeah, that's something that goes on. No, that's something Jesus told us to do, you know? And we did it in memory of him.
I was extra hungry that day, but the pozole was even better than I remembered. I had always
Bro, why I feel like something creepy about to actually go off real people, like high key, like bro, I feel like
to ask Lupe about it.
what?
Pozole is the best I've ever.
Did I say high key? Boy, dude, who am I, hyper? Like what? It's low key. Like I said high key. You know what? I really said high key, bro. Dude.
What's your secret? Lupe stared into my eyes, smiled, and delicately placed a hand.
I don't like it when people stare in my eyes so intensely.
God's love. The following Sunday,
I believe you, girl, but I feel like something terrible.
Was not as usual. It was a memorial service for Lupe. During the week,
Lupe died?
We went on one of those home build trips like Habitat for Humanity, and a large metal crossbeam fell right on top of Lupe. It would have slammed right into 3 teenagers, but Lupe pushed them out of the way. After the service, everybody congregated in the hall. Once everybody had a bowl of soup in their hands, Eduardo addressed the crowd.
Like a champ.
Thank you all for coming. My wife loved all of you very much. Please, raise your bowls. Take this, all of you, and drink it. To Lupe. Everybody took a sip.
I feel like something really weird is popping off right
We all took our seats and continued to eat the pozole. But it tasted a little different. Not worse, just different. Which made me realize that Lupe was probably the better chef, not Eduardo. I was nearing the bottom of my bowl, so I picked it up and slurped the rest. All that was left was a small chunk of meat. I went to stab it with my fork, but it was surprisingly tough. I continued to stab it, and in doing so realized that it was a thumb.
Oh my God!
He needs some milk.
I had a feeling that was eating this girl.
I threw the thumb onto the table. Everyone around me gasped in horror and disbelief. I turned to Eduardo and shouted, "What did you feed us?" He simply stared back.
Why is he looking like that?
And said, "She died for others.
Bro.
Do this in memory of her." You're insane.
Stop, dude. You're crazy, bro. You obviously high. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you've been doing, baby. Baby.
What?
This is the most sussest video, bro. But dude, I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know what you're on, my boy. But you gotta chill out with that, dude.
Oh my God. Angry shouts.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
People began vomiting everywhere. We held Eduardo in that room until the police came. I didn't do anything wrong. You should be grateful. We're all closer to God.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You just fed us Lupo, bro. None of this is godly, bro. Like, you trippy, bro. Dude.
Want more something scary? You can hear 4 more stories over on the Something Scary podcast, available for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. The links are in the description below. If you'd like to submit...
Next video, bro. It's like a... I don't think this is what Jesus meant when he said, do this by cutting up people and freaking eating people and freaking soup. And nah, that's not what he meant, bro. He said, this is my blood. This is my body. And he meant that. I don't know if that, you know what, shut up. Dude. But I could bet you the bottom dollar, 1,400 quarters. This man did not mean by saying freaking, yeah, let's eat people alive and put their corpse in freaking soup. Like, I don't think that's what he meant, bro. We all know that's not what he meant, bro. Lupo, bro. Why was what was going on with Lupo? Why did he do that, bro? They clearly was up to some evil stuff, bro. Like,
Hey,
dude said this will make us closer to God. Eating Lupo was not gonna do none of that. That was just cannibalism, bro.
Sapphire, wanna hear something scary?
This next one is called Taking Over My Body by Small. Chill out.
As a thank you for helping
Welcome
us
back,
reach over
and I'm
20,000
ready for this story.
bells turned on for notifications. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? Or slipped into a very realistic daydream once in a while? 15-year-old Lizanne has, multiple times. But they're more than just daydreams. She believes that someone is trying to take over her body.
Ooh.
The earliest incident Lizanne can remember was when she was 8 years old. She was cast in her school's musical about vampires. One of the musical numbers required them to form a pyramid, sort of like what cheerleaders do. Lizanne was on the second to the bottom row. She had never done anything like this before and was incredibly nervous. And then, Lizanne couldn't move. She was paralyzed. Her entire body was frozen in place. She couldn't open her mouth to call for help or wave her hand for someone's attention. Then everything began to fade to black. Lizanne was alone, until a young boy appeared in front of her. He had short blonde hair and clean, semi-formal clothes. He held his hand out, motioning for Lizanne to come to him. She had never seen this boy, but felt compelled to go to him. No longer paralyzed, Lizanne stood up and ran towards the little boy, and then found herself back in the auditorium. She crashed onto the ground and rolled off the stage, her fellow cast members following the same fate. High-pitched screams filled the auditorium. Lizanne tried to stand up, but realized very quickly that her arm was broken.
Oh!
Are you okay? How did this happen? Lizanne's mom, Melanie, asked as she drove her daughter to the hospital.
Bruh.
It fell during rehearsal, she said, leaving out a very important detail.
Bruh.
Lizanne continued to have these strange blackouts and thought it would be best to not let her mother worry, so she kept them to herself. When she was 13, she was waiting at the train station alone. It was a hot day, and she had a tendency to get overwhelmed by heat.
Tell me about
the train
it.
sped by, and she
It's
was
hot right
engulfed in
now.
a cloud of hot air. She started to feel faint. Then everything around her turned black. She was back in that familiar void. That same blonde boy appeared a few dozen feet in front of her.
What are you doing over there? Get over here. The train's coming. Hurry.
Don't do it.
Lizanne began to walk
Nah, don't do it.
until she felt someone grab her from the back. Lizanne snapped back into reality, just as a train whipped past, narrowly missing her nose. Are you trying to get yourself killed? Pay attention. The summer after that incident, Lizanne and her friends were hanging out at the nearby lake. They were laying out on their towels by the water and joking around. And then her friend said a word that triggered something inside of Lizanne. She doesn't remember exactly what her friend said, but she remembers her body just stopped working.
What?
She closed her eyes and saw a face with no eyes and no nose. Just a smile. Like the Cheshire Cat, but much more evil. She reopened her eyes and found herself in the middle of the lake. Lizanne didn't know how to swim. She started flailing her arms and legs around in a panic, trying to stay above water. Her friend jumped in and was able to pull her safely ashore. After everyone had calmed down, Lizanne turned to her friends. What just happened? You started mumbling really weird things, and then you stood up, turned around, and screamed at us, and said that you were going to kill myself. And you jumped into the lake.
What the freak? Nah, cuz.
These blackouts were starting to get much more serious.
Yeah.
Lizanne had kept these
These are a little bit
from her
more
mother
than
because she
blackouts.
didn't want her to worry, but something very strange was happening, and Lizanne had to know why. Mom, I have to tell you something. Lizanne began to tell her mom about all the blackouts, and her eyes became wide with terror. Lizanne thought it was because she didn't believe her. They sat in silence for a few moments. Melanie took a deep breath. I was right. I was right this whole time.
What?
Melanie had sworn that she wouldn't tell her daughter about what happened when she was younger. But after hearing the fear in her daughter's voice, she knew it was time. When Lizanne was small, she was very close with her great-grandfather on her mother's side, which is her Indonesian side. Indonesians believe in the concept of Ru, It is the spirit that continues to exist long after the physical body has gone.
What?
It is far beyond human understanding and a very ingrained belief in Indonesia. So Lizanne's great-grandfather told her stories of Rue to help her cope with the fact that he would physically be leaving her soon. And that day came when Lizanne turned 4. Despite the comforting stories her great-grandfather told her, she was still upset and missed him dearly. Melanie began to worry about her daughter's well-being, as she noticed that she was more emotionally closed off than before. So every night, she would take a peek inside her room to check on her. Most nights, she'd be muttering gibberish through tears under her breath. But some nights, she wasn't in her bed because she was sleepwalking. There are a few times when Melanie walked into Lizanne's room to find her sitting on the ground, surrounded by her dolls and stuffed animals. She'd be having a full-on conversation with them while her eyes were shut.
Bruh.
While it was always a bit of a shock, nothing compared to the time when she found Lizanne standing at her open bedroom window, reaching in front of her crying.
Grandpa!
Bruh.
Melanie rushed over to her daughter and pulled her from the ledge. Lizanne, what were you doing?
I was going to Grandpa.
While
Bruh.
Melanie was incredibly superstitious, Lizanne's father, Ryan, was not. Melanie insisted that they take her to a priest to make sure something otherworldly was not going on. But Ryan shut the idea down. Instead, he took her to a psychiatrist who explained that Lizanne's behavior was completely normal for a young, grieving child.
Dude, no.
So after that visit, Lizanne's parents agreed to never bring this up again. Without telling Ryan, Melanie took Lizanne to the nearby church. They told the priest what had been going on, and he explained the situation. When Lizanne's great-grandfather died, she became susceptible to spiritual attack. The Rue of a young boy saw this opportunity and attached himself to Lizanne.
Dang.
He waits until she's emotionally vulnerable and tricks her into harming herself. His goal is to have her join him in the spirit world.
Oof.
Can you get rid of him? Melanie begged. I'm sorry, but I cannot. You're too late. What do you mean? You waited too long. He has been attached to your daughter for so long that to get rid of him would mean getting rid of her. I am so sorry.
Bruh.
A very special thank you to Lizanne from the Netherlands for sharing this story with me. What do you think the future holds for Lizanne? Tell me what you...
That child dead, bro. Heck no. That child going through this spiritual cut, bruh. Dude. Sucker, when you start seeing stuff like that, I'm automatically taking my kid to like the freaking priest, bro. Like there ain't no, I'm gonna wait like a couple billion more times. Nah. The first time this start happening, you're going to that priest, cause there ain't no yeah, it's probably just the kid having those hallucinations or, you know, just imaginary friends or, you know, just being a kid. No, I don't think that's it, dog, cuz I don't think that's it real one bit, bro. No. That kid is clearly got some attached up her skirt, bruh. There's something in there that, what? Hold up, this video about to get demonetized, bro. Dude, hold up, bro. It's called Led to Their Deaths. This is a mermaid story. By Snow. Why we destroy mermaids now? Is this what we do, Snow? Is this what we do? Alright, let's get it.
Hey, my dark darlings. So, I've been really enjoying my Sunday.
Why you say that?
Has been chicken meatball.
Like I just want to get to the story, right?
20 easy minutes. Everything is pre-proportioned and ready to prep and cook. You can enjoy a dinner
Ease
full of
by,
organic fresh
lean
produce.
back.
Serious drownings at the hands of the Irish merfolk known as
What? Alright.
vast and deadly sea. When they were little girls, Deirdre and her identical twin sister Kira were fascinated by the old ghost stories of the sea around their village, especially the mysterious drownings at the hands of the Irish merfolk known as the Miro. These demonic sirens would wear magical hoods, allowing them to walk on land and hunt for victims to lure into the sea. Kira as one of the murderous mermaids. But as she got older, her fascination with the creatures began to worry Deirdre. This morbid curiosity was becoming an obsession. One strange night, Kira began singing in an inhuman voice to the sea just beyond their doors.
What in the world?
Deirdre covered her ears as the song grew louder, and then suddenly, her sister ran outside to the waiting waters. Kira rowed their family's small paddle boat far from shore as Deirdre called to her to come back home. But Kira couldn't hear her sister over her own voice, singing to the depths around her. Beneath the full moon, Deirdre was helpless as she watched something wicked rise from the sea to join her sister's singing. The creature embraced Kira with scaled arms and clawed hands, just as its menacing red eyes stared across the water at Deirdre from under its hooded cowl. She knew it was the mirror. Kira's obsession had finally come for her. The mirror bit in Kira's neck, and the two plummeted into the black water, leaving no trace to ever be found. Months became years, but Deirdre never left her family home. Something inside her refused to let go of her sister. She walked the shore and prayed, hoping to find something left to Kira. One day, Deirdre's friend...
So I drink my water, guys. Don't worry about it.
Her boyfriend Liam left the pub with some woman, and she followed them to the lighthouse where she saw them kissing. As Tara described a woman that bore more than a passing resemblance to Deirdre, she knew it was her sister. Kira had somehow returned. Deirdre frantically drove to the lighthouse. She didn't know how her sister had resurrected from the sea, and she didn't care. She didn't care about her stealing Liam from Tara. She only knew that her sister was finally home. At the lighthouse...
Bruh, that's not your sister. I mean, that's her, but like...
shot into the sky.
Not really.
Water crashed into the jagged rocks along the coast. A putrid, rotting stench filled the air as if the shore itself was some long, undiscovered corpse. Every instinct told her to leave when she arrived, but Deirdre had never given up on her sister, and she wouldn't start tonight. The raging...
Well, I love your dedication, man, but this is your life on the line. So I don't know about that. But, you know, still though, siblings is what comes first, alright? You gotta get your sibling, you gotta get your sibling.
The sand wet and sticky. Deirdre looked down and discovered a trail of blood.
Nah.
A gasping and dying.
No! A trail of blood! My instincts will tell me to run, but I keep going and going to follow my death to leads to... I'm the narrator now, boy.
He weakly raised his hand with the last shreds of life pointed to the rocky shore beyond. The closer she got to the shore, the whisper grew louder, into a more persistent, distinct voice. She ignored the danger and lied to herself about the origin of that voice. It was Tara. Tara needs my help, she thought to herself as it called to her yet again. Deirdre. Deirdre. At the shore, she saw Tara sitting in a familiar paddle. The same boat that once belonged to her and her sister. She excitedly ran to it to ask Tara if she had heard the whispers as well, but Tara was dead. Her bloody torso propped up inside the boat. She recoiled in horror from the grisly scene and stepped backwards into the waiting water behind her. This time, she loudly and clearly heard her sister calling her name. Deirdre! Deirdre! She slowly turned around to see what used to be her identical twin sister rise from the violent sea.
Bruh.
Now mirrored, my God. Scaled skin glowed a sickly green in full moon's light. She smiled at Deirdre, her once perfect teeth now razor sharp, dripping with human blood. No longer a mirror image, just the distorted, horrific reflection given from troubled water. Is that really you? Deirdre cried as she looked into unnatural red eyes. The homicidal siren swam closer. You heard my call, sister. It is me. Kira gently caressed Deirdre's hair. I had to come back for you. I have so much to show. Will you join me? Deirdre tearfully nodded, and Kira grabbed her sister's shoulder with her clawed hands. The two screamed together in one final song, and then the mirror bit into Deirdre's neck and dragged them both down sisters were reunited. The night was quiet for now, but the bloody reign of the Siren sisters had only just begun.
Bruh. This is why you don't do scary stuff like this, kids. This is why you don't want to go out in the middle of the night. Especially near a beach. I mean, anything can pop out. For all I know, Godzilla could pop out. Dude. Look, man. For all I know of the ghost of Creek Lake. Dude, bruh, what? We done. Alright, so shut up. But we're done. We're finally done with Saturday's Frights for the day. I mean, probably not the 20, maybe like 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I mean, maybe like just a couple minutes. I mean, might cut out a couple clips. You know, I mean, like, some of these clips was really creepy, bro. Like, they really had me off guard. Anyways, you guys. Hope you guys love this video. If you guys like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Peace out, everybody. God bless!